Get out of my pool area. People like you don't belong in places like this. Jessica kicked over Maya's water bottle. Water splashed across concrete and phone. Maya Chen kept reading her documents. Didn't look up. Didn't speak. Did you hear me? Jessica's voice cracked. She grabbed Maya's pool pass, waving it. This doesn't even look real. Maya finally raised her eyes. No anger, just ice-cold calculation. Show me your membership right now or I'm calling security, Jessica demanded. Maya reached into her bag. Jessica smirked, expecting defeat. Instead, Maya pulled out a leather portfolio, government seal partially visible. She made a note. Timestamp, 2:13 p.m. What's your full name? Maya asked quietly. Jessica faltered. What? Have you ever been judged so completely wrong that the truth would shatter someone's entire worldview? Jessica Whitmore. The name came out defensive. And I don't have to explain myself to you. Maya wrote it down. Address? Excuse me? Jessica's face flushed. I live here. You're the one who needs to prove. Pool committee meeting starts in 47 minutes, Maya said, checking her phone. Jessica blinked. How do you know about that? Maya didn't answer. She pulled out a Mont Blanc pen, made another note. 3 other pool members watched from their chairs. Harold, 68, held up his iPad, recording. Put that down, Jessica snapped at him. Public space, Harold replied. First Amendment. By the lifeguard stand, 16-year-old Chloe live-streamed on TikTok. Racist Karen alert, she whispered to her phone. This is insane. Jessica turned back to Maya. Are you someone's housekeeper? Nanny? Maya highlighted a section in her folder. Federal Housing Act, Section 3604. I'm calling Tim, Jessica announced, pulling out her phone. He'll sort this out. Within minutes, Tim Rodriguez approached. Pool manager, 34, nervous energy. What's the problem here? This woman won't show proper identification, Jessica said. She's clearly not a member. Tim looked at Maya. Ma'am, I'm going to need to see your pool pass and ID. Maya handed over both silently. Tim examined them. His eyebrows rose. These look legitimate, he said slowly. Look again, Jessica demanded. Something's off. Maya's phone buzzed. Text message visible. Chief, City Council needs your input on the budget proposal. Jessica caught a glimpse. Chief? Chief of what? Cleaning services? More pool members gathered. Patricia Henley, HOA board member, joined Jessica's side. What's happening here? Patricia asked. Unauthorized person, Jessica explained. Tim's being too lenient. Maya made another note, checked her watch. 42 minutes. 42 minutes until what? Patricia demanded. Maya's phone rang. She declined the call. Contact name briefly visible. Deputy Chief Rodriguez. Are you going to answer that? Jessica taunted. Or are you screening your boss? A first-class airline boarding pass fell from Maya's bag. Jessica didn't notice. Harold did. Chloe's live stream hit 200 viewers. Comments flowing. Someone needs to humble this Karen. That lady looks way too calm. Plot twist incoming. I'm calling security, Jessica announced. This has gone on long enough. Already here, came a voice behind them. Officer Martinez approached in uniform. Community patrol. He saw Maya and stopped short. Chief, he started. Maya held up one finger. Silent signal. Martinez nodded, stepped back. Perfect timing, Jessica said, not noticing the exchange. Remove this trespasser immediately. Martinez looked confused. Ma'am, what exactly is the issue? She won't leave, Jessica said. No proper identification. Suspicious behavior. Maya stood up slowly, gathered her documents. Officer Martinez, isn't it? Yes, ma'am, he replied carefully. How long have you been assigned to this community? 6 months, ma'am. Jessica interrupted. Why are you talking to her like that? She's the problem here. Maya's phone buzzed again. Multiple missed calls now. She glanced at Martinez. Perhaps you should call for backup, Maya suggested quietly. Martinez hesitated. Ma'am, I don't think... Call them, Maya repeated. Firmer this time. Jessica clapped her hands. Yes, call everyone. Get her out. Patricia stepped closer. This is our sanctuary. We pay good money for privacy and safety. And exclusivity, added another member. Maya opened her leather portfolio wider, badge partially visible now. Martinez saw it clearly. Ma'am, he said to Jessica, maybe we should... No maybes, Jessica cut him off. I want her gone. Now! Chloe's stream reached 400 viewers. She zoomed in on Maya's calm face. Guys, this lady hasn't raised her voice once, Chloe whispered. Like not even a little bit. Maya checked her phone again. 37 minutes. Stop with the countdown, Jessica shouted. What meeting? You don't belong to anything here. Maya smiled for the first time. Small, knowing. Jessica Whitmore of 1247 Maple Ridge Drive, Maya said. Married to David Whitmore, partner at Henley, Morrison and Associates. Jessica's mouth fell open. How do you... 2 children. Emma, 14. Tyler, 11. Both attend Riverside Prep. Are you stalking my family? Jessica's voice went shrill. Maya continued calmly. Moved here 18 months ago from Westfield. Previous HOA complaints filed against you. 3 noise violations, 2 parking disputes. Patricia backed away slightly. How could she possibly know that? Harold kept recording. His expression shifted from curiosity to concern. Background checks are standard procedure, Maya said simply. Procedure for what? Jessica demanded. Maya's phone rang again. This time she answered. Chen here. Yes, I'm documenting everything. No, don't send anyone yet. Wait for my signal. She hung up. Jessica stared. Chen? Patricia whispered. Isn't that the name on the new... Maya checked her watch. 35 minutes until the committee meeting starts. What committee meeting? Jessica's confidence cracked. The one where they vote on my appointment, Maya said. Officer Martinez shifted uncomfortably. Radio crackled. Backup en route. Jessica's face went pale. Appointment to what? Maya closed her folder, stood up straight. Jessica, are you absolutely certain you want me to leave? Jessica's hands trembled. Yes, I want you gone. Even after you learn who I am? I don't care who you think you are. Maya nodded slowly. Officer Martinez, when does backup arrive? 3 minutes out, 3 minutes, Martinez corrected himself. Chloe's live stream exploded. 847 viewers now. Comments flooding. She's about to drop the bomb. This Karen has no idea what's coming. Why is the cop being so respectful? Jessica noticed Martinez's deference. Why are you asking her questions? She's nobody. Ma'am, perhaps we should wait. No waiting. Jessica spun toward the growing crowd. Everyone see this? This is what happens when we don't maintain standards. Harold lowered his iPad. Jessica, maybe you should stop. Stop what? Protecting our community? Patricia whispered urgently to another board member. The Chen appointment, wasn't that for... Maya overheard. Made another note. 31 minutes, Maya announced. Jessica screamed. Stop with the countdown! 2 squad cars pulled into the parking lot. Lights flashing. 4 officers emerged. Finally! Jessica marched toward them. Officers! That woman needs to be arrested for trespassing. The lead officer approached. Sergeant Williams, 20-year veteran. He saw Maya and stopped cold. Chief Chen, he said automatically. The word hung in the air like a dropped bomb. Jessica froze. What did you just call her? Williams looked confused. Glanced at Martinez, who shrugged helplessly. Ma'am, there seems to be some confusion, Williams said carefully. No confusion, Jessica insisted. Remove this trespasser immediately. Maya stepped forward. Sergeant Williams, thank you for responding so quickly. Of course, Chief. What's the situation? Jessica's face drained of color. Chief of what? Chloe zoomed in on Jessica's expression. Oh my God, guys, she's figuring it out. Maya pulled out her badge wallet, held it up briefly. Police Chief Shield caught the sunlight. Police Chief Maya Chen, she said quietly. I've been documenting this incident for the past 15 minutes. Complete silence. Jessica's mouth opened and closed like a fish. You're police? Patricia whispered. Chief of Police, Williams confirmed. Appointed 3 months ago. Harold started laughing. Jessica, you just tried to have the police chief arrested. That's impossible, Jessica stammered. She doesn't look like... Like what? Maya asked. Jessica realized her mistake. Went silent. Chloe's stream hit 1,200 viewers. This is the best plot twist ever, Maya turned to Williams. I need this incident fully documented. Witnesses, timestamps, video evidence. Yes, Chief. Should we press charges? Not yet. We're gathering evidence first. Jessica found her voice. Evidence of what? I was protecting my community. From a woman reading municipal policy reports? Maya held up her folder. City ordinances on fair housing practices. Patricia read the label over Maya's shoulder. Her face went white. Jessica, Patricia whispered urgently. We need to talk. Privately. No, Maya said. This is a public matter now. 1,200 people are watching live. She gestured toward Chloe's phone. Watching what? Jessica demanded. Your violation of Federal Fair Housing Act, Section 3604, Maya replied. Intimidation based on race in community facilities. Williams pulled out his notepad. Chief, want me to start the incident report? Already started, Maya said, showing her detailed notes. Timeline, direct quotes, witness statements. Jessica panicked. This is ridiculous. I didn't do anything wrong. Maya read from her notes. Quote, people like you don't belong in places like this. Time, 2:13 p.m. Witness, Harold Martinez, recording. Harold held up his iPad. Got every word. Quote, are you someone's housekeeper? Nanny? Time, 2:18 p.m. Witnesses, Patricia Henley, Tim Rodriguez. Tim nodded reluctantly. She said that. Quote, this is our sanctuary. We pay good money for privacy and safety. Patricia Henley. Time, 2:22 p.m. Patricia stepped back. I was just supporting discriminatory behavior, Maya finished. Jessica's husband, David, appeared, running from the parking lot, still in his suit from the law firm. Jessica, what the hell are you doing? David, thank God, these people are trying to... David saw the police cars, the crowd, the phones recording. Oh no, he whispered. Please tell me you didn't. Maya checked her phone. 26 minutes until the committee meeting. David looked at her. Recognition dawned. You're Chief Chen, he said quietly. Yes. David closed his eyes. Jessica, what did you do? I protected our community from the police chief? David's voice cracked. The crowd murmured. More people emerged from their houses. Chloe narrated for her stream. The husband knows who she is. This is getting worse. Maya addressed the growing crowd. I moved to this community 3 months ago. I have every legal right to use these facilities. She pulled out her HOA membership receipt. Paid in full through December 2025. Then she revealed another document. I was also elected to the HOA board. The vote is in 26 minutes. Patricia gasped. That's the emergency meeting. What emergency meeting? Jessica asked weakly. Your confirmation, Patricia said. Chief Chen is joining our board. David grabbed Jessica's arm. We're leaving. Now! I'm not finished, Maya said calmly. Everyone froze. This incident will be reported to the State Attorney General's office. Civil rights violation complaint filed within 24 hours. Williams nodded. Standard procedure for discrimination cases. Maya continued. Maximum penalty, $100,000 per incident, plus punitive damages. David went pale. Jessica, apologize, right now. I won't apologize for protecting a community that doesn't want your protection, Maya finished. She gestured to the crowd. Show of hands. Who supports Mrs. Whitmore's actions today? Silence. No hands raised. Who believes this behavior reflects your community values? Still nothing. Chloe's stream reached 1,500 viewers. Zero support. Complete isolation. Maya checked her watch. 23 minutes. The meeting starts soon. What happens at the meeting? David asked quietly. Maya smiled. We vote on new community policies, starting with anti-discrimination measures. Jessica finally understood. You planned this. I documented it, Maya corrected. You executed it. Williams stepped forward. Chief, should we clear the area? Not yet. I think Mrs. Whitmore has something to say. All eyes turned to Jessica. 1,500 people watching online. Dozens more in person. Her husband, her neighbors, her children's friends' parents. Jessica's voice broke. I made a mistake. What kind of mistake? Maya asked. The question hung in the air like a challenge. Jessica's voice cracked. I thought you were... What? Maya pressed. Say it! Jessica looked around desperately. 15 neighbors watching. 4 police officers. 1,500 live stream viewers. Someone who didn't belong here, Jessica whispered. Based on what evidence? Silence. Maya pulled out her phone, hit record. For the official report, Mrs. Whitmore, what made you believe I didn't belong at this pool? I don't know. You don't know. Maya's voice stayed level. You confronted a stranger, kicked over her belongings, grabbed her property, called police to remove her, and you don't know why. David stepped closer to his wife. Jessica, just apologize and let's go. Apologies don't erase civil rights violations, Maya said, but they're a start. She checked her phone. 21 minutes until the board meeting. Patricia found her voice. Chief Chen, about that meeting. Yes? The agenda. Item 7. Your security proposal. Maya nodded. Comprehensive bias training for all residents. Mandatory. Mandatory? Someone in the crowd asked. Federal requirement, Williams confirmed. When communities receive discrimination complaints. Maya opened her folder again. I've been researching this community for 3 months, since before I moved here. She pulled out a thick report. Housing discrimination complaints in Meadowbrook, 7 in the past 2 years. Gasps from the crowd. All dismissed due to lack of evidence, until today. Chloe whispered to her stream. She's been investigating them. Maya continued. Today's incident provides documented evidence of discriminatory practices. Video, audio, multiple witnesses. She gestured to Harold's iPad, Chloe's phone, the police body cameras. This transforms previous complaints from alleged to substantiated. David's face went ashen. What does that mean legally? Pattern of discrimination, Maya replied. Elevates penalties. Triggers federal oversight. She pulled out another document. I've also been monitoring your HOA social media groups. Patricia stepped back. Our private Facebook group? Screenshots of concerning posts, complaints about certain types of residents, coded language suggesting bias. Maya showed her phone screen. Post after post highlighted. Mrs. Whitmore, you authored 63% of flagged content. Jessica stared. How did you get those? Public group settings. Posted under your real name. Williams looked over Maya's shoulder. This is extensive documentation. 3 months of preparation, Maya confirmed. I don't take new positions lightly, Harold spoke up. You've been planning this confrontation? I've been preparing for inevitable discrimination, Maya corrected, based on documented community patterns. Chloe's stream spiked to 2,100 viewers. Comments exploding. She's been undercover this whole time. Police chief playing 4D chess. Jessica walked into a trap. Maya's phone buzzed. She glanced at it. Deputy Chief Rodriguez is asking about the incident report timeline. She typed quickly. Documentation complete. Proceeding to Phase 2. Jessica caught sight of the text. Phase 2? What's Phase 2? Maya smiled. The board meeting. What about it? Patricia asked nervously. Maya pulled out the meeting agenda. Item 1. Review of community discrimination complaints. Item 2. Federal oversight requirements. Item 3. Mandatory bias training implementation. She flipped the page. Item 4. Pool incident review and disciplinary action. Disciplinary action? David asked. HOA bylaws, section 12.3, Maya recited. Discriminatory behavior constitutes violation of community standards. Penalties include fines, suspension of privileges, or termination of membership. Patricia checked her own copy of the bylaws. That's accurate. Item 5, Maya continued. Installation of additional security cameras and bias incident reporting system. She looked directly at Jessica. Item 6. Review of Mrs. Whitmore's continued HOA membership status. The crowd went silent. David grabbed Jessica's arm. We need to leave. Now. Item 7, Maya said louder. Vote on Chief Chen's appointment to HOA Board of Directors. You're joining the board? Someone asked. I was elected 3 weeks ago. Today's vote makes it official. Patricia looked confused. How were you elected? We didn't have an election. Maya smiled. Emergency appointment. Unanimous board decision after reviewing my qualifications. She pulled out the appointment letter. Signed by all current board members, including Patricia Henley. Patricia's mouth fell open. I signed that when I thought you were a qualified candidate with extensive community safety experience. I didn't know you were the police chief. You didn't ask. You reviewed my resume. Maya Chen, 20-year public safety veteran, master's in public administration, community relations specialist. Harold started laughing again. You approved her without meeting her? Patricia looked sick. The paperwork was so impressive. Maya nodded. Standard procedure, background checks, reference verification, conflict of interest review. She pulled out another folder. Which brings us to item 8. There's more? David whispered. Conflict of interest disclosure. As police chief, I'm required to report any community incidents to the state attorney general. Williams nodded. Mandatory reporting law, no discretion. Maya checked her watch. 18 minutes. We should head to the clubhouse. She stood up, gathering her documents. The crowd began moving toward the community center. Jessica remained frozen by the pool. Mrs. Whitmore? Maya called back. Aren't you coming to the meeting? Do I have to? Item 6 is your membership review. You're welcome to present your defense. David pulled Jessica toward the clubhouse. Come on, we'll figure this out. As they walked, Maya's phone rang. She answered on speaker. Chief Chen. Maya, it's Commissioner Williams. I'm getting reports of an incident at your residence community. Maya glanced at Jessica. Ongoing documentation of civil rights violation. Report will be filed within the hour. Do you need additional resources? Negative. Local officers are handling scene security. I'm proceeding with scheduled community board meeting. Copy that. Keep me informed. Maya hung up. Jessica overheard everything. The commissioner knows? Jessica asked weakly. State law enforcement officials are automatically notified of police chief incident reports, Williams explained. Maya added, especially discrimination cases involving housing communities. They reached the clubhouse. 57 residents packed into the meeting room. Chloe set up her phone for continued live streaming. 2,247 viewers now. Maya took her seat at the board table. Patricia sat 3 chairs away, visibly uncomfortable. Before we begin, Maya announced, this meeting is being recorded for official municipal records. She gestured to the police body cameras still active. Additionally, Mrs. Rodriguez is live streaming with community permission for transparency purposes. Jessica slumped in the back row. David beside her, head in hands. Maya opened the official agenda. Meadowbrook HOA Emergency Board Meeting, August 19th, 2:47 p.m. First item, review of community discrimination complaints and today's pool incident. She looked directly at Jessica. Mrs. Whitmore, you have the right to legal representation during these proceedings. Jessica's voice trembled. Legal representation for what? Formal discrimination hearing, Maya replied. HOA Bylaws, Section 12.3. David stood up. As an attorney, I advise my wife to remain silent. Noted for the record, Maya said. However, silence doesn't negate documented evidence. She opened her laptop, connected to the projector. Let's review today's incident chronologically. The screen lit up with timestamps. 2:13 p.m. Initial contact. People like you don't belong in places like this. 2:15 p.m. Physical escalation. Water bottle kicked. Property confiscated. 2:18 p.m. Discriminatory profiling. Are you someone's housekeeper, nanny? Chloe's live stream captured the room's reaction. 2,600 viewers watching. Maya continued. Federal Fair Housing Act violations documented. Maximum penalty, $100,000 per incident. She clicked to the next slide. Current incident count, 4 separate violations. Patricia gasped. $400,000? Plus punitive damages, Williams confirmed. Civil rights cases typically double penalties. Maya showed the next slide. Community liability assessment. Financial breakdown. Legal defense costs. $150,000, $300,000. Settlement exposure. $400,000, $800,000. Insurance premium increases. 340% property value impact. 15 to 23% decrease. Harold whispered, this could bankrupt the HOA. Maya heard him. Which brings us to item 2, federal oversight requirements. New slide, Department of Justice Community Monitoring Program. When discrimination patterns emerge, DOJ assigns federal monitors. Duration, 3 to 5 years. Cost, $2.3 million annually. Board member Chief Chen, no relation, raised his hand. Can we avoid federal oversight? Voluntary compliance program, Maya replied, requires immediate implementation of comprehensive reforms. She detailed the requirements. Phase 1, immediate actions, 30 days. Zero tolerance discrimination policy. Anonymous bias reporting system. Suspension of offending residents. Phase 2, training implementation, 90 days. Mandatory bias awareness workshops. Cultural competency, certification. Monthly community dialogue sessions. Phase 3, monitoring systems, 180 days. AI-powered social media monitoring. Quarterly compliance audits. Federal reporting requirements. Jessica found her voice. This is insane. One mistake shouldn't destroy our community. Maya looked at her directly. One mistake? Let's review your social media history. The projector displayed Facebook screenshots. March 15th. New people moving in. Hope they understand our standards. April 2nd. Saw unfamiliar kids at the playground. Where are the parents? May 18th. Pool maintenance staff leaving trash. Need better oversight. June 4th. Some residents don't respect quiet hours. Cultural differences? Maya continued scrolling. 63 posts containing coded discriminatory language. This isn't one mistake, Mrs. Whitmore. This is documented pattern of bias. David stood again. Those posts could be interpreted multiple ways. Could they? Maya clicked to expert analysis. Linguistic analysis by Dr. Sarah Martinez, UC Berkeley. Bias indicator score, 94 out of 100. The room fell silent. Maya continued. Dr. Martinez's report will be submitted to federal investigators. Her testimony carries significant weight in civil rights cases. Patricia spoke up. Chief Chen, what exactly do you want from us? Compliance with federal law, Maya replied simply. Same thing I want from every community I serve. She clicked to the next slide. Meadowbrook Transformation Plan. Option A. Federal intervention, DOJ monitoring, 2.3 M annually. Legal costs, $500K, 1.2 M. Property value, decline, 15 to 23%. Duration, 3 to 5 years. Option B. Voluntary compliance. Training costs, $45,000 annually. Monitoring system, $12,000 setup. Legal consultation, $25,000. Property value protection. Maintained. Steve did quick math. Option B saves us over $2 million. Maya nodded. And preserves community autonomy. Harold raised his hand. What happens to Jessica? Maya consulted her notes. Mrs. Whitmore faces individual consequences regardless of community choice. She detailed the personal penalties. Criminal exposure, hate crime investigation, misdemeanor charges possible, civil liability, $25,000, $100,000 personal damages, HOA consequences, membership suspension or termination. Professional impact. David's law firm partnership review. David's face went white. Partnership review? Discrimination incidents reflect on legal professionals, Williams explained. State Bar Ethics Committee will investigate. Jessica finally broke. I didn't mean for this to happen. Intent doesn't negate impact, Maya replied. But cooperation can mitigate consequences. She clicked to the final slide. Resolution framework. For Jessica Whitmore. Public apology. Live streamed. 40 hours community service. Bias training completion. 6-month pool privilege. Suspension. $10,000. Civil rights organization donation. For Meadowbrook community. Adopt zero tolerance policy. Today. Begin training program within 30 days. Install reporting system within 60 days. Quarterly compliance reviews ongoing. Patricia looked around the room. All in favor of option B, voluntary compliance? 56 hands raised immediately. Only Jessica abstained. Maya made note. Motion carries unanimously. What about my consequences? Jessica asked quietly. Maya consulted with Williams. They whispered briefly. Mrs. Whitmore, your cooperation today demonstrates good faith. We recommend the minimum resolution framework. David looked relieved. She'll comply with everything. One more requirement, Maya added. Mrs. Whitmore must resign from all HOA committees immediately. Patricia nodded. Consider it done. Maya stood up. This concludes the formal hearing. Federal compliance documentation will be filed within 72 hours. She packed her laptop. The discrimination complaint proceeds regardless, but cooperative compliance will be noted in official reports. Chloe's live stream reached 3,200 viewers, comments celebrating the outcome. As residents filed out, Harold approached Maya. Chief, why our community? Why did you move here specifically? Maya smiled. I didn't choose Meadowbrook for investigation purposes. I chose it because my daughter starts Riverside Prep next month. Harold looked confused. Your daughter? 16 years old. She'll be a junior. Same class as some of your grandchildren. The implications sank in. Maya wasn't just enforcing civil rights law. She was protecting her child's future community. Jessica overheard. You have a daughter? Who deserves to swim in this pool without harassment? Maya replied. Just like every other resident's child. David approached. Chief Chen, thank you for offering the resolution framework. Maya's expression hardened. Mr. Whitmore, this isn't kindness. This is law enforcement strategy. What do you mean? Cooperative compliance creates precedent for future cases. Your wife's incident becomes a teaching tool rather than just a punishment. She handed him a business card. My direct number. If there are any future incidents involving any residents, call me immediately. David pocketed the card. There won't be any more incidents. There better not be, Maya replied, because next time there won't be resolution frameworks. There will only be federal prosecution. She looked around the emptying room. This community has the potential to be something special. Don't waste this second chance. 3 weeks later, Chloe live-streamed the community transformation. Day 21 update, guys. This place is completely different. The pool area buzzed with activity. New signs posted everywhere. Meadowbrook community, all welcome. Anonymous bias reporting QR codes on every table. Jessica approached Maya, who was reading by the pool again. Same chair, same documents. Chief Chen? Jessica's voice was small. May I sit? Maya gestured to the empty chair beside her. I wanted to thank you, Jessica began. Maya looked up, surprised. Thank me? For the framework. You could have destroyed my family. Maya closed her folder. That was never the goal. What was the goal? Systemic change, individual accountability, community healing. Jessica nodded. The training program. It opened my eyes to things I never considered. Such as? Coded language, unconscious bias, how my words affected people I never even met. Maya made a note in her current folder. How's your community service going? Finished 37 hours, 3 more to go. Jessica paused. I'm volunteering at the cultural center downtown. What have you learned? That diversity isn't something to fear. It's something to celebrate. Maya smiled slightly. My daughter will appreciate hearing that. About your daughter? Jessica hesitated. Emma's in her homeroom at Riverside Prep. Maya's attention sharpened. Emma Whitmore? My daughter mentioned her. They're becoming friends. Your daughter helped Emma with a math problem yesterday. Sounds like her. Maya's expression softened. She believes in second chances. Jessica's eyes welled up. I almost ruined that. My behavior could have poisoned their friendship before it started. But it didn't. Because you chose to change. Harold approached their table. Ladies, mind if I join? I'm documenting the community transformation for the HOA newsletter. Of course, Maya replied. Harold sat down with his iPad, on with, Chief Chen, the numbers are remarkable. 0 bias incidents reported in 3 weeks. The reporting system is working? Brilliantly. We've had 12 reports, but they were all minor misunderstandings. Resolved through mediation within hours. Maya nodded approvingly. Quick resolution prevents escalation. Jessica added, I've been helping with the mediation training, teaching people to recognize their own bias triggers. Harold looked impressed. From defendant to advocate, that's quite a transformation. The training materials are excellent, Jessica said. Dr. Martinez's workshops changed how I see everything. Maya checked her phone. Text from her daughter. Mom, pool party at Emma's this weekend. Can I go? She showed Jessica the screen. Seems like the girls have moved past any potential awkwardness. Emma asked me yesterday if your daughter could sleep over, Jessica replied. I said yes, of course. Harold documented the exchange. This is exactly what community healing looks like. Maya's phone buzzed again. Deputy Chief Rodriguez calling. Excuse me. Official business. She stepped away to answer. Chief, the State Attorney General wants to feature Meadowbrook as a model community in their civil rights presentation. Maya glanced back at Jessica and Harold talking quietly. What kind of presentation? Best practices for voluntary compliance. They want to showcase how communities can transform without federal intervention. Timeline? Next month. Governor's Civil Rights Summit in Sacramento. You'd present the case study. Maya considered. I'll need community consent. This affects everyone's privacy. Of course. The AG's office is prepared to offer incentives. What kind of incentives? Community development grants. $250,000 for bias prevention programs. Maya's eyebrows rose. I'll discuss with the board. She returned to the table. Jessica and Harold looked expectant. Good news, Maya announced. Maya, the state wants to feature our community as a success story. What does that mean? Harold asked. Potential $250,000 grant for expansion of our programs. Jessica's face lit up. We could help other communities transform like we did. Exactly. But it requires community vote. Full transparency about our process. Harold was already taking notes. I'll draft the proposal for next week's board meeting. Maya gathered her documents. I need to head home. Dinner with my daughter. Chief, Jessica called as Maya stood. One more thing. Yes? I owe you an apology. A real one. Not just for the cameras. Maya paused. Go ahead. I'm sorry for judging you based on my own ignorance. I'm sorry for trying to exclude you from a place you had every right to be. And I'm sorry for almost poisoning this community with my bias. Maya extended her hand. Jessica shook it. Apology accepted. Now let's focus on making sure this never happens to anyone else. As Maya walked away, Harold continued filming Jessica. Any final thoughts for the documentary? He asked. Jessica looked at the pool, then at the families swimming together. Kids of all backgrounds playing in the water. Change is possible, she said quietly, but only if you're willing to confront the ugliest parts of yourself and do the work to become better. Harold stopped recording. That's perfect. Chloe ended her live stream with 4,100 viewers. 21 days ago, this place was divided. Today, it's united. Sometimes the best life stories come from people brave enough to admit they were wrong. The comments flooded with support. This is how real change happens. Jessica's transformation gives me hope. Chief Chen is a real hero. As the sun set over Meadowbrook, children played in the pool while parents chatted peacefully around the deck. The community Maya had envisioned was finally becoming reality. 6 months later, Maya stood at the podium in Sacramento. Governor's Civil Rights Summit. 500 attendees from across California. Real power isn't about authority, she began. It's about using your voice to create systems that protect everyone's dignity. Behind her, a presentation displayed Meadowbrook's transformation data. Bias incidents, 0 in 6 months. Community satisfaction, up 89% property values, increased 12%, diversity index, improved 156%. One afternoon by a pool changed everything, not because of punishment, but because of people choosing to grow. The audience included Jessica, who now trains bias mediators statewide. She'd driven 4 hours to hear Maya speak. Maya continued. These real-life stories happen everywhere, in pools, parking lots, playgrounds. The question isn't whether bias exists, it's whether we have the courage to confront it. She clicked to video testimonials from Meadowbrook residents. Harold. I thought I was just a bystander. I learned that silence enables discrimination. Patricia. Board leadership means protecting all residents, not just the ones who look like me. Jessica. The hardest thing was admitting I was wrong. The best thing was learning to do better. Maya's daughter appeared on screen. Mom taught me that justice isn't about winning fights. It's about changing minds. The presentation ended with current footage. Children of all backgrounds swimming together at Meadowbrook Pool. Change is possible, Maya concluded, but only when we choose courage over comfort. Standing ovation. 500 people on their feet. Later, at the reception, Jessica approached Maya. Thank you for believing I could change, Jessica said. I didn't believe anything, Maya replied. I created accountability structures that made change possible. Same result, though. Maya smiled. Better result. Systems outlast individual goodwill. Jessica nodded. The program launches in 12 new communities next month. Your training materials? Based on everything I learned from my mistakes. Turns out lived experience makes powerful curriculum. Maya's phone buzzed. Text from her daughter. Mom, Emma and I are lifeguarding together this summer. Full circle. She showed Jessica the message. Our daughters are writing their own story, Jessica observed. Better than ours, Maya agreed. As they talked, Chloe live-streamed from the summit. Now 18, she'd become a civil rights activist. Hey everyone, this is where it all started. One viral video 6 months ago. Look what happened when one woman refused to stay silent. Her stream reached 12,000 viewers. Comments flowing. Maya Chen is a legend. This gives me hope for real change. More touching stories like this, Chloe continued. If you've witnessed discrimination, document it. If you've experienced bias, report it. If you have privilege, use it to protect others. She pointed the camera at Maya and Jessica talking. Look at them. Look at former enemies, now allies. This is what real transformation looks like. Maya noticed the camera and waved. Then she looked directly into the lens. If this Black story resonated with you, share it. Someone in your network needs to see that change is possible. She paused, choosing her words carefully. Comment below with your own experiences. Share this video with someone who needs hope. Subscribe for more stories about ordinary people creating extraordinary change. Maya's final words carried across the reception hall. Real power doesn't require raising your voice. It requires raising your standards. The live stream ended with 15,847 viewers. Thousands of comments sharing similar stories. The ripple effect continued spreading. In communities across the country, people watched and thought, if Meadowbrook can change, so can we.